Donning the cover of WWE 2K23, the man you cannot see, John Cena, is undoubtedly one of the best wrestlers in WWE history in terms of how popular or how not popular he is. He always polarizes a crowd. And the thing about John Cena, what made him Super Cena and made him a 16-time world champion, is that he had a ton of rivals throughout his career, both in ring, out of ring. John Cena has had some great villains to overcome, and we are here to talk about it on today's Mount Rushmore of John Cena's rivals. Now, of course, John Cena is local to both Juice and I for where we grew up, so we have an affinity towards John Cena, at least for me. And there were some John Cena rivals I just couldn't find myself to root against. But Juice, I know a few off the bat that I know you were definitely rooting for over John Cena.
Yeah, one of my favorite wrestlers that I think I definitely rooted for against John Cena, even though I was a little kid. And like that's John Cena's demographic. I still root against John Cena in this match. I didn't love him as a kid. I started to love him later, which is weird. It's usually the verse. It's Edge. It's just what a hardcore rivalry that reference another media. Like I remember South Park when South Park kids went to a wrestling show. It was there was a match shown. It was the Edge versus John Cena match shown, and it was deeply personal. Edge attack going to his childhood home and attacking his dad and so on. Some just iconic, amazing matches. Yeah, and it's just like a true babyface versus heel matchup. A lot of matches, I think a lot of rivalries have really recent ones have drawn inspiration from that rivalry, I think. I mean, I know it's not like, that's not like a new dynamic that they created, but just like things that they've done outside of the match, I think have in other rivalries of the like have drawn from this.
Yeah, because Cena was always the squeaky clean babyface, and Edge was the has sex, bends the rules heel. Like, you just can't deny that the moments that they shared between the first Money in the Bank cash and between the TLC match where Cena FU'd Edge off the ladder, like that is an iconic moment for me. When I think of iconic moments in wrestling, that is absolutely one of them. And yeah, Edge and John Cena's rivalry was a great one. I'm happy that Edge also was able to get some victories over John Cena and was able to hold the WWE Championship, albeit for a very short period of time. But that's what John Cena does. He beats bad guys because he's Super Cena. And yeah, Edge is absolutely on that Mount Rushmore for me. He's one of the first two people I thought of. And I'm curious if this next person is going to be the second person I thought of.
Is it Randy Orton?
It is absolutely Randy Orton.
Yeah. First two names that like it was very easy to put them on my Mount Rushmore, like instantly. I was like, Edge, Randy Orton. And I actually put Batista right away too, but I took off Batista honorable mention. Because the fourth person that I think is a creative one took that spot. We'll get into that. I'm excited for that. But yeah. Also just the epitome of just the nasty, cocky heel versus the squeaky clean baby face. A rivalry that they have gone back to over and over and over again. People always talk about the Edge and John Cena was overdone. I think this one's even more overdone. But there's a reason, because they just had amazing chemistry. They're both just, I think they had a great understanding of character work and story structure, and it showed in their matches. And some of my favorite matches have come from these two.
Yeah, I think a big part of their rivalry was especially like the 2009-ish era where we just had bald Randy Orton, who was a legitimate psychopath, like actual straight up lunatic. And John Cena was just a great hero to overcome that absolutely psychotic character. Randy hit his stride as a heel. Cena was hitting his big stride as babyface Super Cena. And although they traded championships like it was fucking Pokemon cards, it was amazing. It truly was. Like, yeah, it was overdone, and especially as somebody that was a big fan during the time it was overdone, it still was good. you knew that John Cena and Randy Orton were going to give you a good match. They were both good hands, and arguably that is Cena's rival. Like, that is the greatest John Cena rival, in my opinion.
I think for me, he's the second. And we'll get to him. We'll get to, I think, who the greatest John Cena rival is. It's a big swerve, or maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll see. I think this is where we start to get different now, huh? I'm going with my third. It's Shawn Michaels. Why did I pick Shawn Michaels? I think this is the guy that really dragged out, that pulled out John Cena's. John Cena always got criticized as just being over because his look, and the kids love him. People saying he can't wrestle, he can't deliver 5-star classes. He's not.
Well, he had the 5 moves of doom too.
Yeah, 5 moves to do. Like, he's just basic. This is, I think, his match in WrestleMania 23 and all his matches with John Cena, Shawn Michaels showed us another side that this guy can deliver classics. I mean, I know you can argue that, it's the other guy upside of the ring, but he had classics with other people too. It's just, this is the guy that really first pulled out these 5-star bangers, and I think really ups John Cena to another level. And they also had just that fun tag team that was part of their rivalry too, and delivered some really fun, amazing tag matches. So yeah, I think that's why I really had to put Shawn Michaels here.
Michaels is absolutely up there for me as my as one of my John Cena rivals. And actually, I'm gonna trade you, and I'm gonna say that Triple H is also a great John Cena rival, because you can't deny Triple H and John Cena had plenty of crossover in their years. And again, just 2 star caliber people. Like, Triple H is just like always a heel, always will be a heel, and Cena was always a babyface. And same thing, they delivered great matches. And I just wanted to point out, though, for what you said about Shawn Michaels, their WrestleMania 23 match was so underrated. John Cena and Shawn Michaels, that was such an underrated match. I feel like people don't talk about that match enough. But I think as an authority figure, though, Triple H also had some good rivalry with John Cena. And it led to some good matches. And, although the 2013 to 2014, 12-ish era too of WWE was a little stale, and it was kind of like the same 4 or 5 guys in rotation being in the WWE Championship and World Heavyweight picture, I still think that Triple H is going to go up there as one of John Cena's biggest rivals.
That was a good one. Definitely one I thought of. I think with that, one of my most memorable Rumble moments was when John Cena came back early from injury, and Triple H was in there. Triple H thinking and feeling good. He's like, I'm gonna win this. And then John Cena, the music comes out a few months early, and I think John Cena won that, right?
He did. Yeah, that's arguably in my opinion, the greatest Royal Rumble moment ever.
Really, it's definitely up there. I mean, we'll do a Mount Rushmore in that one day soon, and that'll definitely be both of our Mount Rushmores. And I mean, I think it's timely to do a John Cena list and bring up that moment, because I get that moment's vibes from Cody Rhodes, even though Cody Rhodes, I guess, isn't going to be a surprise, but you know what I'm saying, like, come early from an injury and stuff like that.
Same injury too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Juice. So who's your mystery special 4th person here? I told you off air I was gonna guess, and I have a guess that I think, it was only for like a year or 2, but I still think that this should have been the person's crowning as a WWE champion, and I'm gonna say Wade Barrett.
No, it's not a wrestler.
Oh, it's not even a wrestler.
It's not a wrestler.
Oh, it is. Can I guess again who it is?
No, because I gave you a huge hint, because now you know who it is. It's not a hint. I just told you who it was without saying it. It's Paul Heyman. Why? Why Paul Heyman? Why am I picking a non-wrestler? Let's talk about some of this iconic feuds that could have made this 4th spot. Brock Lesnar. So many huge moments with Brock Lesnar. CM Punk. The ECW invasion of Art when he fought RVD. And Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. both recent, like past year, like that the times they've had run-ins. What do all four of those huge rivalries have in common? It's Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman taking shots at John Cena, him singing John Cena's music, him costing John Cena match after match after match. He's always in traded words with John Cena for over a decade. This is a man that has attacked John Cena with verbal abuse more than anyone in wrestling. This is a man who's been a thorn in the side in John Cena longer than anyone, who's taken away titles from John Cena more than anyone, who's been a thorn in the side in John Cena more than anyone. This is his greatest rival because he has transcended not more than one rivalry, multiple of John Cena's huge rivalries. Like I know people think some of the ones that we said, like Shawn Michaels or Triple H, maybe replace those with CM Punk or Brock Lesnar, but those rivalries, Paul Heyman is a huge part of those, and so many others. Because Paul Heyman has managed so many people, and a lot of those people have had go head to head with John Cena himself.
I was gonna say Kevin Federline, but that's good actually. That's a really good one, and that's one that I don't think too many people are gonna think of. And you're right though. And I'll just say right now that my fourth, because I never said my fourth, is CM Punk. I do believe truly that CM Punk had John Cena's best match ever, and was also a great foil, especially during the time of the Money in the Bank 2013 and or 2011, whatever year it was. I don't know why. I can't remember what year it is right now. But the blow, the kiss blow, the pipe
Money in the Bank match.
Yeah,
2011.
It was 2011. 2013. I was at the 2013 one. That's why I'm thinking of that. But yeah, the pipe bomb was to John Cena. In fact, John, I kind of even like you. Like, I don't know, like lines like that, it makes their rivalry iconic. But I will say though, during that particular part of John Cena's career, Paul Heyman was not managing CM Punk. So I'll give you that one there though. But you're right though, in terms of the Brock Lesnar stuff, in terms of ECW and all those other things. Yeah, Paul Heyman is absolutely up there in the Tribal Chief stuff too. But yeah, I'm going to say CM Punk. And I also really respect the Paul Heyman shout. That is one I don't think too many people are going to think of.
Yeah, I think it was a good one. I mean, I kind of cheated by using the CM Punk name because he wasn't involved in that 2011 feud, but still, I mean, they had like small run-ins when he was a manager, just nothing to the degree that we saw.
Well, yeah, I mean, Cena kind of was tied up, and this is one that I was an honorable mention for me with The Rock. The Rock did win the WWE Championship from CM Punk when he was being managed by Paul Heyman, and Cena was kind of involved in that point too. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They kind of hinted at it, and it looked like they were going to head in that direction. And they wanted the once in a lifetime match that they did twice. I thought about putting Rock on the list, but I'm just like, it wasn't my favorite. I think that was kind of, I wasn't really into that or either of them that much at the time. Like, I love both now in hindsight, but for a while, I just thought they're both bland, and they captured me later. CM Punk's a good one. Like I said, like, he was definitely being considered in there. And then, like, I was thinking so many guys, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk. And I'm like, they both have Paul Heyman in common. And I'm like, Paul Heyman would be a good one. I think that'd be a fun one to incorporate. And it makes a lot of sense. It's hard to really argue.
No, it is. You're right. It is. And of course, if there is anybody that we did not put on this list that you would like to see, you can always comment below, or you can let us know on social media too. And Juice, where can the people do that?
Let me talk to you. You go to Twitter. You type not tap. You type capital T, capital O, capital T, capital C, underscore capital P, lowercase o, lowercase d. That's our Twitter handle. That's just a fact of life. Another fact of life is Instagram. You go over there, you type TOTC underscore POD, all lowercase. And like I just said, that's a fact of life because I'm just LA Knight now. Um, and let us know what your greatest John Cena rivals are.
Yeah. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Top of the Cage. And as we come crashing down to the mat, we want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to our channel. And as always, we thank you so much, and we will catch you next time.